Chris Evans with Guthrie head football coach Rafe Watkins. And Coach, we speak a lot throughout the year, but this is one of your funnest days of the season.
Oh, without a doubt. Good to see our young men go on and further their college education. And instances, a couple of young men got full rides, and the other two got, about half rides. And so along with their academics and stuff, they're going to be able to have pretty close to going to school free. And we all know in this day and time that's so crucial. Very expensive, and then, of course, you got to have that college education. So having four, I think we could have had a fifth. I hate it for Alfonso. I really think that if he hadn't hurt his knee, he'd have been up on that stage also today. But I think that there's a couple that still want to try to walk on places, and so we'll get to talking to people for them. But for the four young men up there today, I'm very proud of them. Had a great career.
Devonte McCully, Kentrell Brothers, Bryce Sullivan, and Felix Scott signed their letters of intent. And start with Devonte real quick, Coach. I've been to many practices. You and Coach Rick Michaud, the receivers coach, were hard on him. But like I told him, I think in the end it paid off.
Well, every coach that come and recruited him, I told him that he was really a callous kid and could take coaching and could take criticism, and just had to pat him on the back every now and then. And he's a steal. That's what, OK Blitz was here this morning, and Van Shea was here and said, that's a steal. I said, East Central may have got the steal of the year, and I think so. Devontae's big time, and his upside is so incredible because he still has got so much room for improvement, and he's going to get that. And he's going to a great program. Coach McCarty's back from Kansas State, got the head coaching job back at East Central a couple of years ago. Good man, and he's recruiting Oklahoma kids and doing it right.
Your other All-Stater this year by the coaches, Kentrell Brothers, he's been much talked about, but he just continues to be a solid young man on and off the field.
That's right. I've talked about Kentrell since he was a sophomore, and just a tremendous athlete for us. Again, one, if not the best, one of the definitely the top 2 or 3 football players we've had come out of here since '01, and just a tremendous young man, and has good character, and is going to be I think a great fit for Missouri. And of course they've been on him. They were the first offer, and I know they're tickled to have him. Coach Henson calls still about every other day and making sure he's doing all right and keeps check on him, and he's doing a great job.
You've been to the state semifinals back-to-back years and won a lot of games, but I think Felix Scott's name's not mentioned near enough of what he did, undersized on the line, but he outperformed. He got bigger. You always said he got bigger over the summer, one of the top kids in the weight room.
Felix does a great job. It goes unnoticed so much of the time, but you don't realize what he's going through. He's in a battle every game because he's against, he is undersized for a defensive tackle where we had him at, and ever since his sophomore year, I can remember him down there. We're playing Durant on homecoming one night down there, and he was against 300-pounders that night, and at that time he might not even weighed 200 pounds, and he was fighting for his life and did a great job, and then just continued to get better and better. And there's a chance that they're going to move him to a true end or an outside linebacker at Northwestern, but he's athletic enough that he'll be able to take care of that and do a good job. And Felix is a very intelligent young man. He's one of those that, again, is going to get some academic along with his athletic scholarship. And so Felix is a good one, and I'm so proud for him to be able to go up there. And, of course, being a Ranger, I'm glad he's going to Northwestern.
You started in it with that. That's pretty good. Of course, in it with Bryce Sullivan, right tackle, solid all year. Brian Dutton had more time. You had Blake Belcher on the left, but Sullivan on the right was pretty solid this year as well.
Again, another 3-year starter for us, and Bryce is a great young man, has improved every year, and I think he's kind of like Devonte. I think his upside's still good. He's still got room for improvement. He has not played his best ball yet, and I really think that out there with Coach Kokenauer, a guy I coached with up at Alva High School for 3 years, and one of the young men that I coached at Alva High School, Dustin Hale, will be his offensive line coach. And so it's a good family atmosphere that Kokenauer's got going out there at Southwestern now, and even though they were our arch rival, I'm glad to have Bryce going out there. I kid him a lot about it, but I am tickled to death that he's going out there to Southwestern, and it'll be a great fit for him. And again, not too far away. I mean, all 3 of these young men we'll be able to see. And, of course, Kentrell will be in the state once every a year, now with the Big 12 the way it's going to be, so Big 10, whatever you want to call it. So he'll be either at OU or OSU once a year, and so we'll get to see all these young men continue to play.
Like I said, congratulations, Coach. I know it means a lot to you and your coaching staff.
It does. Every one of us, that's what we're there for, is to everybody thinks to win the ball games, and it is, but it's to see these young men. This, like you said, this is, other than a state championship, this is the most proud day that you can have, seeing these young men go on and further their education.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Head Coach Rafe Watkins.